The debut of the brand new Star Station introduction. It's the old map, but the new introduction. Let us know what you think. We'll see you in a sec. Alright, welcome back to the ATC Star Cup. I should probably have game music on. There we go. And of course, hockey's enabled. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we're past the point where Millenium can get to the playoffs for the ATC Star Cup, but they're still in this, and they're still playing. As you can see in the top right corner of the screen, it is 2-1 at the moment. Leading in right now is the favor of Complexity, but yeah, let's see what can happen. I'm Rifkin, working today with my Insanity's Penguin, and spawning here in the top right corner of the map, playing red, spawning Protoss, it is Adelscott.
And his opponent, taking the first two games that he's had to play today, can he continue on the warpath? It is going to be Complexities, the STC, as the blue Terran in the bottom left.
So still a bit of a task to go through, but as you stated before, and as I would completely agree, Adelscott does kind of favor the more all-in styles. My question, though, is Penguin being a Star Station, do you think it'll be Blink, or do you think it's going to go down the Oracle route?
Blink. This is... If you're ever a guy who has ever used Blink ever, you've probably had happy dreams about Star Station.
Well, actually, something more important than that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take a second out of the chat to welcome Moon the Fifth Race to Base Trade TV's kind of inner family. Thank you for the subscription, man. I hope you enjoy your time here, and of course the emoticons that are coming. Those you've been asking today multiple times, yes, First Blood is on the way, but we gotta wait for the approval from Twitch. So whenever that happens, like you also watched me submit it on stream over the weekend, we're just waiting and waiting and waiting. But thank you, Moon the Fifth Race, for, well, first off, having a very incredibly unique name, but also for joining us here on the channel.
That's a badass name, by the way. Are you familiar with Warcraft 3 pro gaming background?
I'm not, but before you talk about that, I'm pretty sure, I guess it's going to be the Oracle Penguin. We were expecting Blink. I was expecting Blink. I kind of brought up the Oracle thing as a bit of a small talk, quite frankly, but he is going to go with it, the Proxy Stargate.
It looks like it. He could still proxy the Twilight, but it's not looking likely at all. Well, that's something you don't see all that often.
Well, it's really important actually right now. STC with his SCV Scout. Right now, this doesn't look like anything bad, but he needs to see where that third pylon goes down. If he sticks around for another 30 seconds and see there's no third pylon in base, he will immediately know.
No, basically this was really smart by Adelscott. He got a pylon that he didn't need in his main. Look at his supply. He was at 21 of 34. He did not need that pylon, but he got it so that STC wouldn't say, there's only one pylon here.
You'll have two at this point because of the 16 supply cap. It's the third one that looks fishier out of place. And
yeah, but that's the thing. Like, he got the third one a lot earlier because the second one is proxied. So
no, you're missing my point. Like, STC gets over, he sees two pylons in base. This is he needs to find a third one in the base of Adelscott.
No. Basically, Adelscott got a First Blood.
No, I understand what you're saying, but you're not looking at it from the scouting perspective of the STC. So now that he didn't see that there's three in base, he's immediately looking with the Reaper instead of going across the map. And oh, did he just find it? He did find it. Okay.
Yeah, and he already knew. He's already getting a bunker here. He's being very, very safe. I'm sure Adelscott's reputation precedes him here as well.
Yeah,
so
that probably
we'll
plays
see how much damage this can do.
Now, it's a bit curious that he did go for the bunker. Of course, it adds a lot of range, and the Marines cannot be focused down by that Oracle like they normally would be, but this also makes them very immobile. It's hard to keep up with the Oracle. With its 4 speed, they get out of the bunker, they chase it down, but of course, as we see, they can't kill it.
Yeah, on the other hand, though, these Marines can now engage the Oracle. Usually, you need 6 Marines to kill off an Oracle. Wow, they're getting so much damage on that Oracle. It's not getting anything done.
No,
the second one... Okay, the second one will get out. I was a little worried about that with the Reaper going after the pylon. But second Oracle getting out, this could be a little hairy now. We'll see if this can get anything done for Adelscott, and it'll come 1 kill. Only 1 kill so far. Oh my god, this is just going so badly for Adelscott.
I love that they spoke it in here a little bit. I mean, at least he's not being too passive with them, but like, so needlessly is he taking damage? At least like doing Vision or Revelation or something. Like don't or not Vision. Vision would be useless right now. But just going in for the SCV kills is never going to be worth it. The threat of the Oracle a lot stronger than the actual Oracle. But right now with the alright, actually this is going to force him back entirely. He's expecting I think the 3-gate follow-up to this that you sometimes see with the proxy. Yeah. But that's not the case. It's just one stalker scaring him. So this actually kind of works out for Adelscott. But I also Penguin.
What?
Ooh, ah, la, la, la. Umasi, adi. I don't know the words, but rah, rah, rah. We had It's Me Gaga subscribe to the chat as well while this was going on. Sorry, we had to, of course, focus on the action. Yeah, I kind of know the tune, but that's... Thank you.
Bad romance.
Well, thank you, It's Me Gaga, for joining us.
We have a lot of people joining us today. Hype.
Yeah, hype for real. Well, hype, because you gotta say it, of course. You can't just say hype. That's like the lamest way to say it, but...
Wow.
Like,
rude.
Hey man, did you see how hype that thing was? It was so cool.
So rude. Anyway, we're seeing a 5-gate
yeah.
follow-up for Adelscott.
Now, 5 gates is kind of an interesting choice. You kind of, if you're gonna be this late, you need to go for more. I feel, and yeah, there we go. That shuttle one came down. Because of course, you know, the 5 gate's really strong when it hits early. Because Terran doesn't have production, you can't possibly make the units it takes to hold that off. But with all these racks down and killing none of the Marines earlier. Well, actually, maybe killed like one. Yeah, one single Marine went down earlier. Of course, not enough damage was done with the Oracle, so forced to follow up with multiple gateways. Gonna clean up the Stargates and get some more kills on the Natural on his way out at the very least. But again, I really want to see him using Revelation, at least before he goes completely home with the Oracles.
I think he actually is just gonna use the Oracles to try to help bust down the front when he comes to large, massive gateway units. But this isn't an all-in. It's not an all-in yet. Oh no, he forgot Warp Gate.
Oh no! What a blunder! This was, of course, because he needed all that extra gas to go towards the Oracles. Now, the problem with this, guys, is it delays you a little bit. But because he's actually building units out of the gateways, this actually helps lessen the burden of not having that warp tech finished. Every Chrono's gonna go into this from here on out. But this is, of course, like this is a late gateway all in, on top of the fact that it's gonna take another like 30 seconds to finish up the warp tech. Not at all what I wanted to happen for Adelscott, and his pylons are even scouted, Penguin. Not only that, but the probe is killed.
Nothing is going right for him, except for the fact that these Oracles are continuing to do some good damage, and they're gonna pop into the main again. Will they get damage done? Okay, one dies, but there's not enough Marines here to fight the other one, but he will run away after killing off another SCV or two.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it is very low on energy. That's
true. The Stalker's coming in early. Small mistakes we made here of Adelscott. Again, there's no blink associated with this, of course. And no Guardian Shield going down. Good force fields actually will catch quite a few Marines.
Yeah, well, I mean, overall, Adelscott has a lot of supply here. The problem for him is that Stim is done, and he's gonna be able to get a nice flank off on these Marauders, and one of these Stalkers will go down. Looks like another one will as well. Very nice micro from the STC. Good focus fire as well. But Adelscott, there's only one bunker here. He might break this Rifkin.
Yeah, he's building two more out of desperation.
Out.
Yeah, but the force fields are going to be so good at just at least getting that bunker down to, say, the bare minimum. He's got so many Stalkers. Focus firing won't be a problem. If the STC, if he picks up the Marines out of the bunker, that'll be huge. But gets right on top of this, and the bunker falls with no repair whatsoever. Force fields go down, and these other bunkers won't even finish up. So despite how late this was, how far off the warp deck was, and the fact that the pylon's only just been established, the medevac gets sniped too. Looks like Adelscott may still make this work, albeit just barely. Force fields off the ramp again and again, going to force the medevacs to constantly ferry units down from the main if that ends up being the case. Big Zealot warping in to tank that damage. There's SCVs on top of this. He's going to need force fields. Force field the bunker.
There's a drop. The drop moving into the natural. The warp-in was just used offensively. He can't warp in defensively, but Adelscott in a great position moving forward.
There's nothing at home.
Looks like he may have gotten a bit cocky, man.
Good game.
Well played. Wow.
You know, I'll wait till we're out of game to say this, but yeah, tie it up now. 2-2. Millenium starts bringing it back with Adelscott. And of course, the STC was one of like the big heavy hitters of complexity. Yeah. Who do they send out next? Now, this is 100% a joke. And if anyone takes this out of context, feel free to just feel bad. But like, you gotta give it to Protoss, Penguin. Late gateways, Oracles do no damage, missed warp tech, it still manages to haul in. Okay.
All right. So
balance whining aside.
Guess what I got while we were casting that game?
What'd you get?
A boss, schluck, walked in and just plopped a box in front of me. I'm like, what is this box? It is the box of my new business cards.
I wish you had a camera so you could show us. That'd be super cool.
I love it, man.
Womp
It's so
womp.
cool. I got like 200 business cards now. Sick.